Hi everybody, you're watching tutorials. My name is Alex, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to design this camel illustration in Adobe Illustrator. Okay, let's start with a new document. Control N or Command N on your Mac to bring up a new document panel, and I'm gonna size it with website large 1920 by 1080. Click create. I already created my one with the colors. And first thing first, I want you to create 5 more layers by clicking this icon on the layers panel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's name these layers as well. So I want to name the bottom layer as a parts. Next one will be the body or skin. Let's do it skin. Next one is shadow. We will use it for shadows and highlights. Next is the body outline or simply outline. Next is for head skin or simply head. And finally head outline. Okay, these are my colors. So let's start by placing the reference image in our artboard. So we will use the camel here. You can download this camel by going to the link in the description or clicking on the link on your screen. You can have this on tutorial.net. Okay, we will put it on the parts layer and double click to bring up the layers option panel. I want to dim it. If you dim the image, it's like placing the tracer paper, so dim to 50% is okay in this case. And finally I want to lock it. So we will start with the by drawing the head. So I want to go to the head outlines, scale a little bit my artwork so I can see what is going on, and grab the ellipse tool or click L on your keyboard. So first thing first, let's draw the first ellipse here. I will show you how to deal with this head. As you can see, I'm working with the bold stroke only for you to see what is going on my canvas. I will show you how to draw the head with only using the shapes right there, then the pen tool. But then we will finish our illustration by using the pen tool as well. Okay, I also want to create the layer on top, and I want to make it hidden. So go to transparency and render opacity to 0%. I will explain you why I want to do this. So let's draw the ear again with the ellipse tool. You need to hold Alt and Shift or Option and Shift on your Mac to make the circle and draw it from the center. Then you need to hold Alt or Option key and Shift if you want to copy it, and Shift because we are moving it to the straight line. Then I want to select both of them holding Shift key and group them with Ctrl G, Command G. I also want to select these two guys and go to Pathfinder and Unite. First command here. If you can find your Pathfinder panel, go to the window Pathfinder. Shift Ctrl F9. Okay, right now I want to select everything and align it using the properties panel. Align horizontally to the center. Okay, so far so good. As you can see, our ears is a little bit messing up, so I want to put it on the hidden layer, just like this. I will store it on the hidden layer for a while. Now I want to draw another face features. I want to draw the eyes. Ctrl C, Ctrl F to copy this circle and squeeze it down. Shift X to swap the fill and stroke, and let's make it white. So I want to select both of them and use Ctrl G, Command G to group them. And finally I want to use my Alt or Option on your Mac and drag to make it duplicate. Then I want to use Shift to rotate it on 90 degrees. Okay, so far so good. You see we split the eyes, and I want to again merge them into the group. So Ctrl G, Command G to merge them, and again align everything. So I want to select everything and align by using the properties panel again. So far so good. Let's draw a nose. We need again the ellipse tool. So grab the ellipse tool or click L and draw. Try to repeat the shape that I have. Now click the minus on your keyboard or use this delete anchor point tool. Usually it's under the pen tool, but in my case it's hidden into these options. Okay, and delete this anchor point. You can also delete the points with the pen tool as well. So just hover over the point. Finally, I want to draw this part. Let me show you how I did it. We can again use the ellipse tool and create the first one. Please narrow it a bit down and make the same things here. As you can see, it doesn't go too much. So what we can do is to grab the scissors tool or click C and then slice part of the circle here and there and delete the top part. Now I want to grab the pen tool and finish my design. Use Shift key to make the line straight. So far so good. Let's use the O or reflect tool and then hold Alt or Option key to bring up the reflect dialog box and click copy to make a copy of this line as well. Okay, let them correspond. If you find difficulty because of the stroke, just use Ctrl Y, Command Y to see what is going on your layer with your layers. Ctrl Y, Command Y again to enter the normal mode. For these two strokes, I want to make them round-ended, so I want to go to the stroke panel and then click on this round cup here and there. And also I want to use my arrow down key on my keyboard to move them a little bit down. Now I want to also shrink them down in the bottom top direction, something like this. Okay, it looks decent, and finally I want to grab again the ellipse tool. So why we use only ellipse tool here in this tutorial. Again, I want to shrink it down a bit, and I want to also create a duplicate, dragging and while holding Alt, and create this stuff. Okay, so this intersection will be our tongue, and this will be the part of our design. So let me select everything right now, but before doing anything, let's duplicate these things, these two arcs. Ctrl C, Ctrl F. Finally I want to select this and this, and use the shape builder tool or click Shift M to select first this part and our tongue. Now let's delete unnecessary shapes, which is this and this. Finally we can convert this swap fill and stroke for this shape. Okay, everything else is working on the outline. Again, align everything properly. So first thing first, I want to delete unnecessary points again. Now I want to select, you see, select everything and click Ctrl G, Command G again. So it will be our group, and finally I want to again align everything to the horizontally. Okay, so far so good. It looks decent, and let me work with my nose. I want to duplicate this shape, Ctrl C, Ctrl F, Then grab again tool and I want to draw these scenes. Again, these circles we can repeat here, but I want to extend them a bit to the top, so it will be not a circle but oval shape riser, and put them a little bit down. Okay, so right now I want to see what is going on with my layers, so I want to again enter the outline mode, Ctrl Y, Command Y. As you can see, we can now select couple of objects, this circle and our nose, and we can split them. Let me extend a little bit more this shape so it can reach the outlines. Let's again, before we split, let's group them, Ctrl G, Command G, and these circles, Command G, Ctrl G. We are using the groups only because we need to align everything perfectly. Okay, now I have what I want. I can select the nose and this circle and use again the shape builder tool to build these shapes. Remember that I am working only with duplicates. I want to ungroup everything and deselect the shapes I don't need. Okay, let's enter the normal mode, Ctrl Y, Command Y again. Okay, it looks okay. This will be our outlines. Let me go with my ears again here. So we created the face of our camel, and we are ready to make it will be head outlines. We're ready to copy with Ctrl C, Ctrl B, place it on the head. And for our ears, I want to first copy it, boost it on the parts layer. So I need to unlock it. Let's create a new one and put it on the above the parts. So it will be our parts layer, and let's use the. I want to select the ears on bottom and select the skin color by using the eyedropper tool. For the outlines, let's select them all. Before selecting the outlines, let's lock the head layer with the skin, and we can select these outlines like this, and use the outlines with this color. Let me show you the color, 512905. Click OK. For the eyes, we don't need the outlines, so we can delete outlines, and we can unlock this layer, select the eyes again, ungroup them with Ctrl Shift G, Command Shift G, then selecting the individual eye and ungroup it again, and finally select this huge circle and use the Shift X to swap fill and stroke. Use the same here, Ctrl Shift G and Command Shift G on your Mac, and then Shift X to swap fill and stroke. Again, make sure that you don't operate with the group. Okay, it looks decent. Let's select the ears and also the outlines, and also select this stroke. So far so good. Let's apply other colors. So I want to delete again, disable the outlines, lock them, and select my head and go for the skin layer. Click I to bring up the eyedropper tool, and use the same tip. So hold Ctrl or Command to bring up the selection tool temporarily, then release the Ctrl or Command when you are ready to apply the color. Okay, for this one we need to again Ctrl+Shift+G, Command+Shift+G to ungroup everything. I want to select everything. I want to delete first this from skin. It's really unnecessary. Then I want to select the tan and give it a tan color. Then I want to select the nose. These parts are also unnecessary. We need only the nose body. And let me convert it to the nose color. The color of my nose is C48882. Again, all of the colors is on your description. Again, let's select the outlines of the nose. As you can see, it goes a little bit above the stroke, so we have the speckles, and I want to get rid of them by working with the stroke on my nose. So first and first, I want to decrease the stroke size on this part, maybe to 5 points, and then set the limit to 1 or use this bevel join. As you can see, we didn't select something. Again, use the 5 and use the bevel join. Okay, this is how you can delete everything here. Again, as for the nose, you can place it above the outlines if you wish, but I want to leave it here. I also have some unnecessary shapes here. I don't know what it is. This one we need to swap fill and stroke. That's all. And again, for this one, for these two arcs, we need to go to the stroke and set it to round tip. Okay, it's much friendlier. Right now we're done with our head. And let's log it. We are ready to work on the body. With the body, I'm gonna work with the on the pen tool, so I'm not going to create all of this with the shapes. So let's start with the outline again, because I'm right now working with the same stroke. Okay, so select the outline layer and let's go using the pen tool. I don't want to blindly follow the sketch illustration, because sketch shapes are always rough, very rough. But at least I want to catch the general idea and proportions, of course. Let's make it smooth and correct some mistakes. Okay, it looks decent, and now I want to grab the outlines and make a copy, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+B or Command+C, Command+B on your Mac, and put it on the shadow, on the skin layer, of course. Let's swap fill and stroke and grab the airdropper tool and select this fill. So far so good. Let's draw the parts part. So the parts are these legs, these extremities that are hidden behind the body. So let's lock again the skin and outline layer and start working on the parts. Make a duplicate of the part, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+F of this leg, and let's select the color. Then I want to use the shadow color here on this skin part. Let's hide it a bit. behind our body and create the second part. Ctrl C, Ctrl F again, and let's select the fill. Okay, so far so good. It looks okay, and we are ready to apply the shadows, right? And also do some interesting elements to our design. So we need to add these lines here and there coming from the legs. So let's start by working with the outlines layer. Again, the small tip for you: if you are not sure where to place the line and want to follow the sketch, you can select the body skin and then use Shift X to swap fill and stroke. Now you can see where is your body. Then use either Ctrl Z, Command Z, or use Shift X again to return to the previous position. Okay, I want to place it like this, and also I want to extend this line coming from the forward leg. Okay, it's look decent again. Now I want to use and draw my shadows, so I wouldn't use the reference, because basically when I draw I really know where to put the shadow. So we'll put the shadow on the body, one of it. Let's select the body itself, make a duplicate, Ctrl C, Ctrl F, then select them both and head over to Pathfinder and select the intersect. Now I want to swap fill and stroke and add the shadow color. Again, go to the description or to Victoria's article to take this shadow color. Now I want to follow the leg with my shadow, so place it a little bit here, extend it to the feet, and now let's do it again. Let's select the body, make a copy, Ctrl C, Ctrl F, then go to the Pathfinder and select the intersect here again. Okay, it looks wonderful. Let's go to the neck and do the shadow on our neck. So in order to do this, let's grab the pen tool again. Make sure that you are drawing on the shadow riser layer and draw the shadow here. Again, let's copy, duplicate the body and make the intersection with the Pathfinder tool. Give it the shadow color. Now it's a bit more difficult because I'm gonna apply the shadows on my head, so I want to select all of this. Oh, let's do the leg first, this shadow. So I want it to go from this way, from this, and then I want to emphasize this leg shape might not go to the end. Let not go to the end, and do something similar with the what we done with the front leg. So select the body, sorry, I put it forward, select the body, Ctrl C, Ctrl F, then select the part and body, go to the Pathfinder and intersect them. Yes, looks okay. Finally, we can use the pen tool or even the pencil tool to create this highlight. Or let's go to there and work with the head. So let's go to the head. So as for the head, I want to first divide it, like split it on the two parts. and make the first part darker. So I want to select the head, Ctrl C, Ctrl F, and you go again to Pathfinder and make the intersection. Now I want to select the color of my shadow and make the shadow. Finally, I want to make the small islands of the highlights here and there. Do it like this, and the reason because the shadow is also casting by the nose. We have the source of our light in the top left. Okay, it looks decent. Now let's work with this part. Wonderful. Finally, I want to select the ears and Ctrl Shift G, Command Shift G to ungroup them, and I want to select this layer and make it again darker, and then Ctrl C, Ctrl F to make it duplicate. And finally, with this duplicate, I want to squeeze it a little bit in the top to bottom direction, and select the initial file, Ctrl C, Ctrl F, and with this duplicate selected and with the squeezed design selected, as you can see, let me show you what I am selecting right now. Both of them selected. I want to go to the Pathfinder and right now use the -from command. As you can see, it left this lunar shape right there, and I want to grab my first highlight color. So this will be my highlight on the ear, and I want to do the same operation here. So Ctrl C, Ctrl F, squeeze down a little bit the shape, then copy the initial design again, Ctrl C, Ctrl F, select the duplicate and squeeze its shape, and select this lunar shape. This time I decided to work with the shape tool operator. Right there. Now grab the airdropper tool and select this one. Okay, so far so good. Let's take a look what we have on our nose, because okay, as you can see, our shadow doesn't reach there. Let's uncheck the align to pixel grid and align our shadow. Okay, this one doesn't really matter because it's hidden by the nose. Okay, let's select my nose. Okay, let's return to normal mode so I can see what is going on. I want to delete this one and select the nose parts, all of these guys, including the shape. You can select them by holding the shift key, and I want to put it on the top. The same I want to do with the nose here from my head skin, and put it on the new layer and use Ctrl Shift right bracket to put it on the bottom of our layer stack. Okay, so far so good. At least I can see what is going on with my nose. Now I want to narrow the stroke weight, because I don't like this arrangement at all. Let's narrow it here. And I want to again Ctrl C, Ctrl F, then Ctrl C, Ctrl F again. So we created two duplicates. As you can see, we are working with the two duplicates. I want to again reduce the size of the first duplicate, and then select both of them and go to the Pathfinder -front. As you can see here, I have this lunar shape, and I want to select first this shape, and basically we can go to the color artwork tool, go to edit and bring up a little bit more of the shiny colors. Okay, so far so good, it looks decent, and again we need to, as I mentioned previously, we need to draw the highlight on our body, and let's finish with the head, because you see we have some kind of cheeks, right? And we need to grab the pen tool again and create the lunar shape again, sickle shape. Here it will be our shadow from the right cheek, so I want to put it on the properly, so give the respective color and put it behind the outline. Let's put it on the head outlines and then hide it behind. Okay, so far so good. Finally, I'm ready to finish my design, and right now we need to do the following. We can grab the skin layer and use Alt to make a duplicate. Finally, we can duplicate it again, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+F, select this one and use the shape builder tool to make a selection, something like this. Now delete unnecessary parts, and with this selection select the highlight, just like this. As you can see, now we have a wonderful highlight here on the body part. Again, move it to the shadow layer right there. Have our highlight. It's almost done. Let's go to the parts right now, and for this part we can also run the shadow, so we can darken a little bit the color of some part. Grab the pen tool and draw this line. I want to select it doesn't matter what I'm selecting, whether it's a skin or stroke. Ctrl+C, Ctrl+F, just copy it, then go to select this part that you just drew and head over again to intersect. With this intersection selected, head over to the color and darken a little bit by moving it diagonal to the right and to the bottom. It's very important, so you also reduce the brightness and increase the saturation, make it more saturated. And finally, select the outline and bring it on the front, so right square bracket. Okay, it looks decent. As you can see, we finish our design. If you do enjoy the design, give some up, subscribe to my channel, and share these tutorials with your friends and colleagues. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your day.